I've had the misfortune of being involved in a couple of litigation actions where, we've had to take action against former customers in so this is past life issue stuff. And I will tell you that it is expensive. It was expensive and distracting and time consuming for us. And it was expensive and time consuming and distracting for them. And by the time you get into you're walking into you're starting to issue discovery demands and you're starting to, figure out depositions, it's like, as a rule of thumb, you're probably like 50K into it at this point without even blinking an eye. This isn't even really serious. It costs you $50,000 in legal fees just to get to that point. You've spent $50,000. And this is why arbitration becomes so popular in business contracts, because arbitration basically gives you a way to not deal with the court system and avoid a lot of this nonsense that you deal with. Now, what I find really funny when I talk to lawyers about arbitration is usually the first comment that comes out is oh, but arbitration is really expensive, so you don't want to do it. Now, look, if you're in a situation where you are being sued constantly by a bajillion different entities, arbitration is not probably ideal for you because, more than likely you're probably footing the cost for arbitration. But this comment around arbitration being really expensive comes from a place of typical arbitration costs. If you've got a good, strong arbitration language in your agreement that you walk into it, you're probably going to spend, $8,000 or $10,000 in arbitration per matter. And yeah, that's expensive. It is expensive writing a thing for $10,000. Now, What's funny about this to my conversation, it just goes back again, previous life, past history, previous companies, right? But let me think here, $50,000 and 6 to 9 months of time versus $10,000 and the thing is done in a month for, an arbitration. Now, I don't know what I don't know. So I'm sure that there's lots of, if you can give me examples of what I do not know about with an arbitration where this becomes a horrible, scary thing, please tell me what they are. Send me a message, call me, comment on this video, whatever you found it, and tell me what I'm wrong about with arbitration, because I would love to know, because I can't figure it out. It is cheap to file a lawsuit. It costs a couple $100 in filing fees to go down to the courthouse and file a lawsuit. So yeah, it is cheap to file a lawsuit, but everything after that point is expensive. There is a business strategy of filing a lawsuit to try to motivate the other party to remedy whatever issue is out there and get that taken care of. But the reality is a lot of times once you file that lawsuit, you're not done. It's not the other side's gonna get this lawsuit and go, oh my God, I'm being sued. Quick, let me settle and give you all the money you want. It's going to get into the next phase of this thing. And as soon as, you get into that next phase, it just gets expensive. So anyways, I don't understand why what am I missing here? Why is arbitration bad? I'll just leave it at that. I'm Max Clark. Let me know. Tell me, why is arbitration bad? And what am I missing?